Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at TheTechTrader.com. It's Monday, the 7th of August, and these are the charts of the day. Well, the markets had a pretty decent day and closed at the highs for the day going away after a difficult morning where they had to do some deep testing, but they did it successfully. Quite a few stocks are popping. Let's take a look at a dozen or so. Aaoi, which has been phenomenal of late, had that big 1, 2, 3, and then a three-wave corrective. Now, when I have to take this back here and look at it like that, at this point, the parallel channel is telling me this might be in the $20 range at some point, but keep an eye on it. It's long in the tooth as it's just haven't run from 585 and more than double to today's high at 1317. So it may need some consolidation, but if it does continue its momentum, we could see 18 on this one. AMRX broke out of its channel to the upside today and is at key resistance going back to April of 22. The next target might be in the 5 and a quarter range, and then beyond that, we're looking at the highs from October of the year before. It's near 6. Those are your targets going forward if momentum carries it forward. Coco has been phenomenal of late, and although it's gone through about 6 weeks of digestion, it did hold support right there. Today, engulfing reversal bar from 23.99 to 28.32, finished 27.42 up 284. That's 11.5% gain, volume increase. The stock looks like it wants to at least try to retest the highs at 29 3/4, and then maybe we're looking at 33 and 38. Yeah, DBA, we don't talk about it too often, but boy, really good technically. And if you take a look at the pattern that's developed on it since March, when it was in its low 70s, it's gone to today's high of 100 and almost 17, reaching target number 1 on my day trade, or close to it. Anyway, there's your angle of ascent. I'm looking for 124. ENVB broke out of its long downtrend with an explosive move and then had a long 2-month declining channel, but it broke out with an engulfing reversal bar today, taking it from 226 to 496, although it packed way off. It's something we'll be watching to see if it can get any follow through. FRPT exploded out of a 9-month base pattern. So what I did with this is I put a swing on it. I believe you're going to look at stock around 90 and then 115. LI continues to press higher. It's actually looking terrific. And but long in the tooth from our swing trade when it was in the 20s, now in the mid 40s, looking for maybe 49.50 zone as a target. MF exploded with a breakaway gap. And a nice follow through today and backed up, but I think if it backs and fills a little bit, this may eventually be a $6 and $7 stock. Same with OSUR, which exploded from the 4.25 range and ran up to a 6.5. There is some resistance up here, so I'm not surprised to see it back off, but anything through 6.5, we're looking at 7 and 7 3/4. PESI broke a declining channel of the last 6 weeks with some energy today. It backed off a little bit. It was still up 80 cents or 8%. I like to look at this overall. I'm looking for a move to 12 and 14. Prdo exploded yesterday from 13 and change to 16 and then pulled back after reaching as high as 16.5. Today, however, it extended to as high as 17.02 before finishing just under that, up 106 at 16.99. Target now 18. SATS, also a breakaway move out of a big base and breaking through declining top lines as well. Not going to be surprised to see this one go into the high 20s, low 30s. Tupperware, well, you know what this has been doing, but after pulling back for 2 days, it popped again. Now it's in a wedge pattern. Should this get over the $6 range, it could fly to 7.5 and 8.5. And finally, ULBI, rising flag after a big breakaway gap. It's thin, but it can fly. The targets are 9 and 11. And UNG, I'm thinking now this has got a beautiful base pattern, wants to pop and go. If we get through 790, I'm looking for 8 3/4 and 9 3/4, and I'll probably put a swing on it if that occurs. And that's it for tonight, everybody. Have a great evening. This is HP signing off. Talk to you tomorrow.